welcome again to our channel. I am ready for love with Canessa and Jerome.
Alright guys, so it's been a long time since you've seen us, and we're just a comeback and stuff. So today we're going to be doing a video talking about some things, but we've been away for a while, and we just want to tell you guys where we've been.
People, especially in that church, and then just get married.
Hallelujah! Hi, how are you?
Exactly, just the left one. Let's can't stop. Wave the left one like this.
How are you guys?
Yeah, man. And look over there. If you see, you understand?
Yes.
Right, and no use anymore now. I just the left one. Anyway, we're not going to do that to you today, alright? So, yes, we have been absent for some time now because the pressure just like increased. We had to be preparing for our wedding. We were rather preparing for our wedding.
Yes.
We had to be preparing for who in terms of where we're going to live.
Yeah.
It was a whole big thing of preparation.
We did busy.
Yeah. Look now, our eyes just say we're still busy, right? Things kind of come down a bit now, but the reason why we have been absent for such a long time, and we do apologize, is because we have been really and truly consumed with work, preparing just to make the big step. We have made a big step on actually moving in now in our own space that we call our home. Right? So yeah, I hope you understand the situation. But we're going to try our best just to pick up back on track and try to be as consistent as we possibly can.
And thanks for all the persons who've been watching since we've been gone. Because we looked on the analytics and there are people out there, some of you, who are still watching even though we weren't here. So thank you to you.
And not only that, there are persons who have been asking like...
Yeah, one a day with the videos.
Miss West, big up yourself. Yeah, persons have been asking in terms of why are we not posting, what is happening. So we thank you very much for the concern, and you have been a big part of the motivation, the force of motivation to help us to say, guess what, we need to get on track and get posting up and running again.
Yeah.
So for today's video, I know a lot of persons, they are exciting and waiting to see wedding clips, they want to see wedding pictures.
Oh, no, nasty, man.
We're going to bring you up to speed. We're going to show you that, but probably not in this first video, but in the next video, we'll show you. We'll give it
maybe the next one. One of them, I don't know.
Yeah.
It'll come though. It's coming.
It's coming. But we want to really like help you to understand what the journey was like, the preparation journey. What were some of the things that we had to do, how we manage, because we want this channel to be something that actually empower other people out there, especially young persons out there, that when they're going to make this transition, they can be guided as to what to do to make things much easier, more effective, and just workable for you, right? So we're going to share our experience with you and also testify, because we have been more than blessed.
Listen!
We have been more than blessed through this journey, so we're just going to share that with you. So stay tuned and let us just get into it, right?
Alright, so we're going to start from us setting the date. And initially, like before engagement and all of that, Mr. Greenland here had suggested the weekend before my birthday, which would have been October 3rd. But that never worked out. So we changed the date again to December 19th. And then we had to change the date again to December 26th. And that is the one we stuck with.
Yeah. So we had to make the changes due to different reasons. If it was actually October, I think it would not have been ready then, because COVID came in and it just changed up everything. So all the plans that we had before, we had to basically adjust everything completely. And then when it comes down to the 19th of December again, certain persons were abroad, they would not have gotten the opportunity to come that time. So we had to push the date back during the holiday period, the Christmas holiday. Hence we left at December 26th. So that was a challenge. After we move on from there, we had some challenges again with the list, because now we had to choose persons to come to the wedding, right? So we had
in the beginning we had created a list.
65?
We had 60 something.
Yeah, I think.
And COVID So we had to bring down that list.
Yeah.
And then it was very awkward because we're like, so who we're going to tell so they
Yeah,
can.
because the thing is this, and we do this particular video so that we can actually help persons out there who will be in this preparation zone very shortly, probably in the future, so that they can be guided accordingly. I remember we chose 65 because we were saying that we want persons to be there, right? But at the same time, you have to be wise because wedding, it's very much expensive. Before, if you could ask me this last year, this time, I would say it's expensive, and I really wouldn't even know what I'm talking about. But now, me tell you the truth, say really expensive.
Last year, I said to someone that make we not do no wedding, make we just got a place, sign the paper, get it done. Because this is going to be expensive.
No, tell them what said to me.
I didn't say it was you.
She
I
said,
was say you.
And me, she said to me, so we could go up past the veranda and make we just do it and done. And I said, no, things bad, but not so bad. You understand?
I would have been fine with that. Or upon a seaside somewhere.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, me almost said, boy, I think the idea that was a good one. You understand? Because
when pressure start leaking.
yeah, it's very costly. So I would say to anybody, persons who will be getting married soon, be aware, right? It look nice on the day, but it comes with a lot of preparation before.
Facts.
And finance plays a very integral role in all that. So we had said 65 before, but then COVID came in and then we realized that every other month or so forth, the numbers in terms of gathering stipulated by the government changed. So we had to be playing around with the numbers, and as such we would have actually sent out some save the date to some persons who would really want to be a part of the celebration. And after we had to really express to them and help them to understand the situation, and I think they understood what we were facing because all of us were in this whole COVID-19
Hashtag COVID.
okay, yeah, that kind of thing there, yeah. So we explained to them, and we had to cut the list smaller to a smaller number, which was very, very hard because there are some persons that wanted to be there physically, but we just had to make a hard decision, right? And Canisa had to do the same thing. Let me say, Mrs. Greenland had to do the same thing, right? So yeah, that was a challenge.
Raymond Greenland.
Mrs. Canisa
Raymond
Greenland, right? And if you just want to cut it short, you just say Mrs.
Raymond
Greenland.
Greenland.
I don't know where she'll be. Alright. So, my God, my name is out there.
Look at you.
Anyway, so yeah, that was that. So after choosing the day, we had to choose the venue again, and that was also a challenge because we didn't want to choose somewhere that, okay, they agreed with us to say we can use 40 persons, and then by December, honorable boss say, yeah, we have to change the numbers, and then the people in calling us, I guess what we can't do so and so. So we say, you know what? We're going to keep it a bit simpler and put it at a venue then that will be more flexible in terms of our favor. Not that we're going to break any rules or anything at all, but at the same time, we wanted some level of settlement and fixed mindset to say, okay, this is what we're going to do. But it was pretty hard because we were there watching the news every minute to hear what's going to be the new protocols and see how it was basically going to affect our planning. So it was kind of rough, but thanks be to God, I think it worked out in our favor. I think for me, it actually worked out better than I actually thought. You understand? So big up to Father God for that one. It was really and truly good. So that was that.
And as it relates to big up to Father God, we had a lot of testimonies during that time, and that's a part of what we want to share with you today, or tonight, or this afternoon, whenever you're watching.
Video.
There were a lot of things that went down, and at times you just want to pull out your hair because you're like, I don't think this is gonna work out, and the plan not go as planned, and all sorts of things were happening during that time. And big up my mother, big up big up your mommy, and Nadine.
Yeah, man, I'm scared, man, like.
Yup, because them saved the day. They were up and down every day off. Mommy there town with Nadine, and some of the time me have to go with them. I'm just like, yo, me no want to walk up and down no more. Like, can we just do without this? We really have to get this? Like, because me no want to walk up and down no more.
If it hadn't been for them, honestly, I think we probably right now could have made this video because they're tired. You understand? Yeah. So they actually they did a wonderful job for us, and there were a lot of persons. I mean, a lot of persons.
Yes.
A lot of family members who came on board.
And friends.
And friends, yeah, that basically blessed us in so many ways.
Super blessed us, and big up Ono.
Yeah, we're not getting on a name calling, you understand, a whole heap of them. Because honestly, I was saying the kind of stuff, I never know that God was like this, because it's like me, you know, say, fretting and worrying and sin, you understand? But there are times when I'll become worried and fret. Right, kind of say?
And I just live.
Yeah, kind of say I just live, but more fret, because once we don't see things that go a particular way, I say, no man. And I start to become worried. But I'm not lie, the way I see things actually roll out, because we're testifying, you understand, our business, so we'll know far to go. I remember at that time, we were here and I was working throughout the time, but as a new worker in my field at the time, the money never started running yet, you understand? And I had expense as the days go by, and I wanted things to go a particular way. And I said, boy, you know, something I really mind. The money start running now, so I can do this way or whatever, but things just never work out. I remember the first time I got paid from working them time, there was like a week before the wedding. Understand?
Like literally the week before the wedding is when you got paid.
So that was like September, October, November,
December,
the week before the wedding. So honestly, it was not easy, and
it was the contributions that God bless Uno, because the persons that came and they were like, oh, Uno have this sort out already. Alright, make us send you a thing.
Yeah.
Like it was such a blessing that we were able to accomplish all of what we accomplished without even necessarily spending our money.
Yeah.
Because the contributions were just coming in, and like God I said, alright, like I spoil my children.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
And I think during that time, I remember one day we were coming from St. Thomas and we were on the toll road, and Kanessa said something to me that up to this day still stands out in my mind. She said to me, we're there driving from St. Thomas on the toll road coming down, and just drive this long drive in, and she was like, what are the blues? What do you know God as? I'm like, okay then.
I'm very random like that. Like as it come to my head, me I could just ask.
So I said, what the Father, what the Creator, and start to list out. Which was like, okay, you know all that, but do you know that?
Like, what is He to you?
Yeah, more personal. What is He to you? And I said everything except saying the provider part. And she said to me, do you realize that God is a provider? And I was like, Especially now, I was like, wow. So it was like there was a nature to God that I really did not. I didn't want to say I'm not aware of it, but it's like personally, it's like I said, boy, I mean, I know
you've
that.
You've never
yes.
experienced that characteristic of God before.
Yeah. So throughout that time, I thought that was a lesson. I think even though I believe it was a lesson that the Lord really wanted to show me that guess what? Even when you think that you have it all in control and you think that you're a little 10,000 I can buy this, no. I'm me the boss. You
like how I feed the birds of the air, what more will I do for you?
Yeah,
come on.
You really have to feel. So throughout that time, I learned that guess what? You can depend on what you think you have, but guess what? God is in charge. Lean not to your own understanding. You understand? So the Lord show up and Him show off. You understand?
Show off big time.
So when the money come, it came in good time in that guess what? Because in reality, and I want to encourage people on this, think realistic. Or realistically is the word? Or realistic.
Yeah.
The way there, you know what I talk about. Think in a realistic way. Right? Because it doesn't make sense for you to spend on all you have on a one-day celebration and then tomorrow when you're moving, because you're moving right now, totally alone.
You're hungry and on rent money, all kind of stuff.
All kind of problems. So I would say to anybody in terms of planning, ensure that you have your money put down in terms of what are you going to live on after the wedding, because the wedding celebration is good, it is nice, you want good pictures and good videos and all of that, but at the end of the day life really begins there for you as a couple, right? So that was something that Kanessa and I we had in mind, and especially sometimes you might say, boy, I'm kind of too tight them way there, but I am the kind of person who like brokenness. I think, especially as a man, I think that you need to be a provider in the family, you need to have something. So once we say, nah, work out the way then right now me can't do secondly. You understand me? If you out there put on the hustle mentality, because you have to have something at the house. You understand what I mean? So encouragement to young people out there. The wedding celebration is good and everything, but ensure that you're planning your life beyond the wedding, because that's where it really begins, right? So as we said, it was a blessing for us. So on the testimony then them really graphical. We tell us them just we don't know how to explain.
God
It was
come
awesome.
out, show up, and show out.
Yeah.
And we are here to give him all the glory and all the thanks and all the praise for it. Because some people might say it was a coincidence that
Yeah.
this happened, but with our faith and our belief, we know without a shadow of a doubt that it was God that turned up for us.
Yeah. And that's such one more time we have to say big up to all of the persons who prayed for us,
Yes.
all the persons who have been there encouraging us along the way. We have some persons who just send a random text. We appreciate it. All the persons who said financial help, the advice, everything. We do appreciate it. And even our counselor, Mr. and Mrs.
Yes.
Anderson, you understand? They were like a backbone, you have to support
Yeah.
for us. They gave us about 12 sessions of counseling. And it was good for us, honestly. They were there for us, they encouraged us. We spoke with them recently, and they were very much
They were
happy.
so excited.
They were so excited. So I would say to young people, and the takeaway points just to say to you, once you are working together, once in a relationship and you're serious about it, and you say, okay, then we're going to get married. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and work together, support each other. Don't try to take on something on your own and say, yeah, I'm going to do this because my family this or me. No. Work together. You understand? Teamwork
Makes the
dream
dream
work. Yeah.
Alright guys, so thank you guys for watching. If you have any more questions, you can leave them down below. Thanks for staying with us even though we were absent. What else? Keep watching.
So more content will come from us. We'll have more time to basically do some videos unaware. We're really not too like the pranking business, you understand? Yeah. I don't know, kind of not too like it, right? Lee?
I don't have a reaction to anything. This
Yeah.
is my reaction to
Yeah.
everything.
But we have a lot of things coming up. We have some challenges that we're going to do together.
Leave
We're
your
going to-
suggestions down below
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah. Leave those below. We're basically gonna let you in somewhat to see what's happening because we want this channel to be one of guidance, one of motivation. So we don't just want to preach it, we want to teach it, we want our life to be a testimony that you can basically see, you can live realistic lives. You know, like the word, I want to make it the right way, but yeah. We want to live real lives and persons can be helped and you can come out of bondage. You understand? So,
Love you guys.
until next time. Stay safe in the midst of COVID and tell somebody about I am ready for love.